The Malaysian Association of Tour and Travel Agents is calling for the government to allow the private sector to stop mandatory contributions to the Employees Provident Fund or EPF, the Human Resource Development Fund and other levies. MATTA President Dato' Tan Kok Leong also called for immediate deferment of corporate and individual taxes for year of assessment 2019. Kok Leong said if such assistance and stimulus are not forthcoming, liquidity issues will force many existing SME tourism companies and facilities to cease operations, resulting in a large number of workers losing their jobs. He said the tourism industry employs more than 3.5 million people, or 23.5% of the nation's total employment, representing nearly a quarter of all jobs in Malaysia. It is expected that 40% of the people will lose their jobs, consequently creating a ripple effect to other sectors.
The first measure the government should announce is to allow the private sector to stop mandatory contributions to the Employees Provident Fund, the Human Resource Development Fund and other levies. EPF contributions by both employers and employees should be suspended from March 2020 until end of the year to allow employees to better manage through cash flows and for workers have more cash for living expenses.
He said the government should further assist the tourism and related companies by absorbing 60% of staff salaries up to 4,000 ringgit per month for each staff for 6 months effective April to September 2020. This is to avoid mass layoff due to the extreme economic challenges faced by businesses caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. MATTA estimated a 90% drop in revenue and expects the revenue from April to May to be practically nil. He says several countries have already started implementing employee retention initiatives, which countries like the UK and Denmark offering to pay up to 80% of wages. Other countries who have implemented similar stages include South Korea, Ireland and Singapore. MATTA also welcomed the recent intervention by Bank Negara Malaysia, requesting financial institutions to provide a moratorium for the next 6 months.
However, the bank should take a more responsible approach and go beyond their call of duty by allowing waiver to be made on the interest that is accrued and compounded on conventional loans during the moratorium period. How can the SMEs survive with the accumulated interest due and compounded and payable upon the expiry of the moratorium period? Compounding overdue interest is a double whammy for suffering businesses during this period.
He said MATTA is waiting for a more comprehensive economic stimulus package to be announced on Friday. He urged the government to provide more direct funding to protect jobs, boost consumption and stabilize the economy.